Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 22 of my Manchester City career mode. Now in today's episode, we're going to be finishing off the season here and playing three really exciting matches. We've got the last game of the season in the league against Watford, and that's obviously a game in which afterwards we will lift the Premier League title. So we'll be playing that game, we'll be playing all the matches as well, by the way, to finish off the season. And we've got a final in the FA Cup against West Brom to play as well, just 6 days later. And then after that, we have the Champions League final to play against Dortmund as well. So three really big matches for different reasons, of course, but potentially going to try and we've obviously got one bit of silverware in the Premier League title that was confirmed last episode. We're going to try and add two more pieces of silverware into our trophy cabinet at the end of today's episode as well. Before we get into things though, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, like I say, we are going to be finishing off the season in today's episode. So exciting stuff. So we can start a new season next episode, because we are going to do a second season at least. And yeah, let's crack on with today's game. So this is the side I'm going to go with. It's a changed team, obviously a final against West Brom in 6 days' time. So it's still a strong enough team, but it has been changed. Ederson starts in goal, Semedo, Stones, Hernandez, and Mendy in defence. In front of that, we've got Fernandinho and Delph, and Yaya Toure at centre attack in mid. Lozano, Lolito, and Gabriel Jesus as our front three. This is the bench we've gone with. Again, quite a changed bench, trying to preserve a lot of the players for the cup finals coming up. So even though we want to win this game, of course, we have to think about the other matches coming up as well, because we have already won the league. But we do want to try and end the league season off in a positive way, especially with this being the day that we actually lift the Premier League title as well. We've got to try and win this match. We've got to try and beat Watford here with this changed side. Okay, here we go. The last league game of the season. Can we finish on a high here? Bear in mind the most points we can finish on here is 83 if we were to get the 3 points in today's game, which obviously is not a huge amount. We have still dropped a lot of points. It'll be nice to try and improve on that next season. Oh, a chance here. They've got him behind. Oh no, what a chance there. I think it's Niang, it is. Niang could have put Watford 1-0 up there. That would have been a hell of a start for them. But there've really not been any chances other than that. We're only 15 minutes in, of course. But yeah, we're looking to try and get ourselves a goal early on. But passes like that will not help us. Gabriel Jesus going to switch it out now to Lozano. He's going to look for the cutback. Yaya Toure turns, plays it into Delph. It's a good chance. And Delph puts it wide. Really good opportunity for us there. I thought Fabian Delph had scored it. It needs to be someone like Gabriel Jesus in that position, but sadly, just drags that one wide. Unlucky. Gabriel Jesus out to Lozano. Another chance for us to attack here. We need somebody in the middle. Can we pick out someone like Yaya Toure? He's found his way in there. Oh, his header was going off target, but I tell you what, the defender has put it closer to goal. Pantilimon holds on to it well, but it's so close to our own goal there. Gabriel Jesus can look to Yaya Toure. He's through. Yaya off the post again from Yaya Toure. This time makes it 1-0. Toe pokes it into the back of the net. He makes it 1-0. 30 minutes in, and a really good bit of play. Yet again, Yaya Toure running through. Sadly, this time didn't quite score the first shot, but the second one goes in, and it is now 1-0. Yaya Toure onto Fabian Delph. He's going to hit this one just about wide. Pantilimon was confident, but I wasn't so sure. Yeah, Matt's made his way forward. Great opportunity for Watford here just before half-time. John Stones goes across, and that's terrible defending in the middle. It's 1-1 on the stroke of half-time. Troy Deeney equalises. Should mark him much better than that. Stones comes out to try and prevent the cross. He doesn't manage to, and Hernandez really poor from him. So yep, half-time, 1-1. Disappointing to have conceded like that, but I think you could have argued, to be honest, that Niang could have scored earlier, so maybe 1-1 is a fair result at half-time. I just felt like we had the better of the possession in their half, to be honest, but we go into the second half at 1-1. We need to try and get back in the lead. We want to get all 3 points here, so we've got a bit of work to do on our hands. Back to Mendy. Mendy's free. Can he pull this one back? Yaya Toure, can he shoot? Oh, I thought he'd found the back of the net. First two changes here, 30 minutes left of this game. Diaz and Fernandez to come on. We'll take a Fabian Delph and also Nolito as well. Going to inject a bit more youth into this team for the final 30 minutes. Hopefully those guys can try and create something. And yeah, we'll wait and see how they get on. Okay, so final change. Iheanacho will come on. That means we are going to be taking off Lozano. We're going to go to a 4-2-4 as well. A whole change of formation just because we want to win the final league game of the season. So we're going to put Iheanacho and Gabriel Jesus up front. Diaz on the left-hand side. Fernandez on the right-hand side. See how that goes for the final 15 minutes. Hopefully we can find ourselves the second goal. We want to win this game in order to win the league title, or when we get presented with the league title anyway. It's going to go back out to Yaya Toure for a second cross in the middle. John Stones is in there. Couldn't quite connect with it. Falls to Pantilimon. Oh no. Oof. What the hell's going on now in defence? 2 minutes left. We're at risk of losing this game since we've gone for the win. It's going to be Amrabat to deliver the cross. 2 minutes left of this game. Yaya Toure will head away. No way. Kapule! Oh, I thought he'd gone in. So side netting, so close in the 90th minute. Thought that was it. I thought they'd got the winner. Alright, Nacho, ball through to Diaz. No, I chose the wrong option. I panicked. Oh no, that was terrible. Should have shot. That was really bad. The chance didn't open up as I thought it was going to. But anyway, we've won the league title. That's the main thing. It was only a draw, sadly, in the final game. We probably should have won it, to be honest, as well, with those chances. But as you can see, official confirmation that finally, as the season ends, we are the Premier League winners, and we are going to now be presented with the Premier League trophy as well. Sad to finish on only a draw. Wanted, obviously, the 3 points, as I said, throughout the game. But as long as we didn't lose, I suppose that's the main thing. And now we can focus on the 2 finals that we have coming up in today's episode as well. The one against West Brom is up next 6 days' time. We've got to try and recover the players for that. So we should be okay. To be totally honest, we should be able to recover quite all right, to be honest, for that game. And then we've got a game against Dortmund a few weeks later as well, obviously, for the Champions League. But yeah, let's watch the trophy presentation now and see, I think it's going to be Yaya Toure, is it, to lift the Premier League title? Yeah, it looks like Yaya Toure was the captain for this game. So here he is, the captain, going to lift the Premier League title, which we are now the champions of for our first season, of my first season as Manchester City manager. Yaya Toure lifting that title for us in what could be his final season. Who knows? I'm not really too sure exactly what we'll be doing with Yaya yet. He's got 1 year left in his deal. We'll have to wait and see this summer exactly what we do with him. But he's got a chance here to lift the Premier League title. And as you can see, we will now go through all the title celebrations that we always see. So now let's move on to the next game against West Brom in the final. You can see the lack of quality in terms of shots on target in that game. 1 shot on target for each team, both of which being the goals. So yeah, there was a little bit of lack of quality about getting that ball on target, as you could tell from the stats. But hopefully in this game against West Brom, we can get more shots on target, score more goals and take more chances. Hopefully we should be able to bring in, obviously, the key players back who were rested for that game. West Brom losing to Swansea there as well in their last Premier League game of the season. And £125.6 million in prize money for winning the league. Obviously really happy with that. We won't necessarily see much of it, if any of it, to be totally honest. Let's crack on with some player drills though before this game against West Brom, before the big final we have coming up, and we will change around the team for that one, obviously. You can see a few stats go up, but not quite as well as we'd hoped this week. So we do have some of the youngsters joining us here. Oscar Hill will join us, and I think it's also Luis Martinez that I asked to join us as well. So that's good news for us, of course. We do have a couple of contracts being signed as well with some of the other youngsters that were already in the squad. Kevin De Bruyne wants to play this game. He was already going to play the match, to be totally honest, but we can now add some of the other players that we've been scouting, although we have got through on the scout reports, into our youth academy, so hopefully those guys will do okay, but there's still some players left behind that I can't quite promote just yet. Okay, so here we go. This is the side I'm going to go with for the FA Cup final. Edison will start in goal, Kyle Walker at right back, Company, Otamendi and Bertrand in defence. In front of that we've got Sol, Kevin De Bruyne and Silva, and then Sterling, Aguero and Leroy Sané starts as our front three. This is the bench we've gone with, again, very strong. Diaz does get in there though, because he has been pretty impressive actually in game, so we'll keep him on the bench, hopefully get a bit of an opportunity if we are in the lead by quite a bit, but we'll have to wait and see how he gets on here against West Brom. I'm expecting a tough game. Let's wait and find out, can we add some more silverware into our trophy cabinet this season? Well, here we go at Wembley for the Emirates FA Cup final here against West Brom. Of course, not really the team we were expecting to be playing. I wasn't really expecting to have West Brom in the final, but it'll certainly be an interesting final, quite a physical one. I'm not actually expecting this to be an easy game at all. We have seen against Watford as well in the last game, we don't always beat the lesser sides. We have seen that a lot of the time throughout the season where we have slipped up against the weaker teams. So it could be the same case here. We obviously lost in the EFL final, EFL Cup final to Ipswich, so there's no reason why we couldn't do the same here. Of course, we've got to try and beat West Brom, but what I'm trying to get across is this won't, I don't think, be an easy game. Oh. Phillips completely hacks down Company and it's the post. Company's still down, I think, injured. That was a really bad foul on Company by Phillips. Company's still, I think, struggling a little bit, but yeah, really strange set of circumstances, and Company's going to have to go off. Not the start to a final that we needed, not the news that we needed going very close to a Champions League final as well. Vincent Kompany, our captain, the person that would be lifting the trophy in this game, had he continued and had we won, has to go off just 15 or so minutes in. It's going to be John Stones to come on, different sort of replacements, and yeah, let's wait and see how we get on now. So yeah, 21 minutes in and Vincent Kompany has had to go off. Frustrating. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I imagine he'll be at the Champions League final now as well. Got to try and win this for Vincent Kompany now. Ball through here to Silva. What a pass from Sergio Aguero. Silva nearly finding the back of the net. Oh, unbelievable bit of play there from Sergio Aguero. So close to an opening chance. Silva now going to look to Raheem Sterling. Very close again, just couldn't quite slip the ball through. Aguero needs Leroy Sané to make the right run. He's gone more centrally. He's going to shoot, and a good save by Ben Foster into Silva. He's going to look to Raheem Sterling. Kevin De Bruyne is free and going to shoot off the bar, and it doesn't quite go over the line. He's done a Frank Lampard there, so maybe not much of a Frank Lampard then, if it didn't cross the line. Look at how close this is from Kevin De Bruyne. Hits the bar, goes down, just hits the line. Sterling onto Silva, now onto Leroy Sané to hit this one. It's over. It's half-time, it's 0-0. Really frustrating first half. West Brom, it doesn't really surprise me they're in the final actually. They've really had a go at us in this match. Certainly played some good football at times. And yeah, they've only had one shot, but I still think they are a definite threat going forward. We've certainly edged it, but we have at times looked a little bit all over the place in defence. We need to try and cut that out of our game if we can. It's 0-0 going into the second half. Got to find a goal. Got to beat West Brom. Aguero onto Silva. Silva now onto Leroy Sané to shoot, and he scores. Leroy Sané gets the goal, what puts us in the lead. 56 minutes in, and what a fantastic strike, smashing down the corner flag there through frustration a little bit, I think, because we have had a lot of opportunities to try and create a chance, to try and get a shot on target. We've really struggled to do it at times. A lot of blocks going in from West Brom defenders, but this time we found a way through, and it's by overloading one of the wings, basically. We've just seen Leroy Sané crop up there, and he smashes it past Ben Foster. We've seen that a lot. We've seen it from both wingers when they just crop up on the left or right hand side and they end up just scoring for us. So it has happened a lot for us, and it's happened again here to make it 1-0. Silva through to Sergio Aguero. Can he outpace Macaulay? Well, we think we know the answer to that, but he hasn't managed to. Aguero's still going to shoot, and saved by Ben Foster just about. Had to be cleared by Neon. It was a half save from Ben Foster, nearly trickled underneath him into the back of the net. Sterling got to beat Neon here. He has done for pace. Sterling, good luck for the ball into the middle. Leroy Sané's there, and of course it wasn't intended for him, so I chose to shoot. Thought it was going for Aguero. Goes through the end of the pitch, and of course that was never going to even hit the target. Okay, first two changes, Lozano and Gundogan to come on here. We're going to take off Sol and Silva, and yeah, we're going to put Lozano at central attack and mid, something a little bit different for us, but there's 20 minutes to go. Hopefully he has a bit more pace through the middle and see whether we can break them down with a few runs in behind the defence, past the striker. We'll see whether that works and hopefully get ourselves a second goal to double our lead. Yes, go on Leroy Sané, counter-attack. Get us a second goal, please. Go, we need the pace of Lozano. He's going to run alongside him. Leroy Sané, the pass was dreadful yet again, but he's still running his way through. It's on to Sterling. Can he finish it off? He has done. It's a second goal, and we've got about 4.5 minutes left of this game, and it's Sterling who closes off the match, doubling our lead, and that means we're going to win the EFL Cup. Fantastic strike from Raheem Sterling. Leroy Sané just continuing his run. I just didn't think I was going to be able to get the pass away. I do in the end, and he smashes it past Ben Foster. 2-0, the goal that we needed. And that should now see us get a bit more silverware this season. Leroy Sané, always going to look inside here. Lozano into Kevin De Bruyne. Now another good chance for Raheem Sterling. Into Kevin De Bruyne, brilliant play. Oh, it trickles in the back of the net. Just for the build-up play, we deserve that. I don't care if it's an own goal. It's 3-0, Kevin De Bruyne with that goal. And he's the one that's going to be lifting the cup for us in a second as well. Look at this bit of play. Watch his run. Brilliant run from the edge of the box. Found him. And of course it deflects past Ben Foster. It's his own player that's put it in the back of the net. But we'll take the goal. Is it going to go down as De Bruyne's? It is, because I think it was going on target. So 3-0, and a nice way to finish off this match. Shame it's happened so late on, but of course it's obviously enough to win the FA Cup, which is exactly what we're after. There we go, 3-0 win. We have won the FA Cup here at Wembley, and we've got obviously quite a few goals in the end. 3 goals, decent win, and yeah, it took us a little while to get the second and third, but we got them eventually, and that means we've added some more silverware into our trophy cabinets. Won the Premier League, won the FA Cup as well this season. Now then, can we win the Champions League in this next match as well? We'll wait and see. We'll have a look at the trophy celebrations first of all. It will be Kevin De Bruyne, I think, to lift the trophy for us. Sad news though about Vincent Kompany. It does seem like he's probably going to be out for this next game in the Champions League final. But first of all, let's take a look at the trophy presentation, of which we have still hopefully got one more to do as well if we were to win the Champions League. So that would be 3 trophies in one episode. That'd be pretty impressive. But of course, that'd be very difficult to do against Dortmund. Let's have a look here at the FA Cup being lifted by Kevin De Bruyne, the captain for today's game. Sadly not going to be Vincent Kompany. But here we have it. The FA Cup title is ours. In our first season, we have done at least the double here. Kevin De Bruyne lifting up the title at Wembley. And really happy to have won the FA Cup. One of our targets, I think it was as well, was to win the FA Cup this season. We've achieved that along with winning the Premier League. Now we've got to do our other objective, which was, I think, to get into the final of the Champions Cup. So technically we've done that, but we will now try and win it as well. So let's wait and watch some of these celebrations first, and then we'll crack on to the final. So there we have it, 12 shots, 7 on target and 3 goals in this match. That was enough to win the FA Cup here against West Brom. And now on to the next final against Dortmund in the Champions League final, which obviously we are desperate to try and win in our first season here at Man.City. You might be wondering what else is there to actually achieve next season. Of course, we'd like to win the EFL Cup as well, but it's also about retaining these titles next season. Bad news about Vincent Kompany though, another sprained ankle. We've had quite a few of these this season. He's out for 4 weeks, so he misses the rest of the season, misses the Champions League final as well. Prize money, and that's 2.3 million or thereabouts. Not a great deal. We're obviously not in for the money, but it is nice to get some. Sami Nasri returns from loan, which is interesting. He would be able to play in the Champions League final if he wanted to. Some player drills this week, and Hill's gone up to 57 overall. Lewis goes up to 58 overall as well, so a really good week for us. We will continue to train these players up throughout the rest of this season, also into next season as well. Okay, so on to the final game of the season, the Champions League final here. This is the team I'm going to go with. Ederson starts in goal, Kyle Walker, Stones, Otamendi and Bertrand in defence, Saul, De Bruyne, Silva in midfield, and then Raheem Sterling, Aguero and Leroy Sané again as our front three. This is the bench I've gone with. Again, plenty of good players. Obviously, sadly, no Vincent Kompany. He's out injured for this game. Gabriel Jesus will hopefully come on in this match as well. But Yaya Toure is on the bench as well. For what might well be his final game at the club. We'll have to wait and see again what I decide to do this summer. And a lot of big names we're seeing out as well. Sami Nasri doesn't get in the team here. He will be sold as well this summer, Sami Nasri. But let's crack on and get on to the final game of the season. Okay, here we are again at Wembley Stadium for the Champions League final against Dortmund. Of course, this is going to be a very difficult game. There's a reason why Dortmund are in the final. They have played some good football by the looks of it. And we'll wait and see now how we get on against them. It's obviously going to be a very tough match. So we'll wait and see whether we're able to beat this team. Oh, not a good clearance at all. Guerrero now shoots and puts it wide. 5 minutes in, Dortmund already very much on top. Weigl. Oh, good save, Ederson. Don't know who's supposed to be marking Weigl there in the middle. It's out for a corner. Plenty of chance. They're only 12 minutes in. This is ridiculous, the amount of shots we're having so far. Ball goes in to Toprak, one of their new signings by the looks of it. He smashes it wide. Oh no, ball through to Roda. He's played it, and it's off the post. Why doesn't he shoot? Surely Roda would have had a better opportunity of scoring than Weigl there. He smashes the post anyway on his left foot, and Dortmund are well on top here. We have had a couple of chances ourselves, but nowhere near what Dortmund have had. Okay, we're about 33 minutes in here. We're going to change the formation. I'm worried at the moment because I think we're going to concede any minute now. We're going to go to a 4-1-4-1, hopefully go a little bit more defensive, try and soak up some of the pressure, hit them on the break. But at the moment, we've only got Ederson that's pretty much keeping us in this. Not very good performance at all here. Guerrero to deliver a corner. Dortmund very much on top. Got to clear this and go for a counter-attack. Silva doesn't have bags of pace, but it might play it onto Aguero. Now needing Leroy Sané to get through, and again the pass doesn't quite work. Sterling now going to look to come into the middle rather than go for a cross. Sergio Aguero to try and turn his man and shoot, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. I think it might have just been hitting the post. Not so sure it was going in the back of the net. But enough to trouble him. And out for another corner. Both teams having loads of corners here. Aguero going to do a very similar thing. This time drags it wide. Kevin De Bruyne on the overlap here to Raheem Sterling. He's going to have to pull it back. Sergio Aguero's in there. Aguero to shoot again. This time we score it. It's 1-0. It's completely undeserved, but it's just before half-time. We've got ourselves that goal to put us in front. Sergio Aguero gets the goal for us as well. Has 2 opportunities, takes the second one. A little bit lucky the way that it falls for him, but it has gone in the back of the net. That's the main thing for us. Puts us in the lead. Very much undeserved, though. We have had a couple more chances in the last 10 minutes or so, but still not as many as Dortmund have had throughout this first half so far. So certainly lucky to be in front, but we're glad to be in front just before half-time. And it's 1-0. It's half-time. It's still 1-0. That's the first 45 minutes over with. On to the second half now. Clearly Dortmund have been on top. I'm happy with the formation change. That kind of led to the goal-ish. I'm thinking anyway. Probably didn't, to be totally honest. But we have gone a little bit more defensive. You can see possession-wise, we're getting completely smashed all over the pitch here. 62% possession to Dortmund. They've had more shots as well. Just about more on target. But at the moment, we're somehow in the lead. That's the main thing. That's what we have to try and do. Win this game somehow. Even though Dortmund are very much on top and playing the better football. Got a counter-attack here through Leroy Sané. He's going to beat Marc Bartra pretty easily. Aguero has to make the right run. He needs another runner as well. He's going to find it. Silva, can he make it 2-0? What a save. How has he managed that? Should have scored it. Silva's not scored enough goals in general for us since joining, but he's got to score that on his left foot. Got to just finesse around the goalkeeper, but on the overlap, it's a good pullback. It's 1-1. As easy as that. They've levelled. I think it's Dembele with the goal. 1-1, just over 20 minutes to go. I was about to make some changes as well on the 60th minute, and I changed my mind. I just didn't think it was the right time just yet. But they've got themselves back on level terms, and it's just a simple overlap there. Really poor from us. Got to try and sort that out. Not good enough at all. But it's deserved. I can't really argue with the fact that they've got the goal, because they should have probably had it a bit earlier. Raheem Sterling onto Kyle Walker. He needs to find the right pass here. Going to look for a cutback. Still going here. Kyle Walker with the wrong pass. Aguero was free. Oh, anywhere but there. Okay, all three changes now. We're going to bring on Gundogan, Semedo and Gabriel Jesus. So we're going to take off Kevin De Bruyne, Silva and Sterling. It's a little bit of a different sort of change, bringing on Semedo at centre mid. We're going to give it a go there. I think he's got the right stats and attributes to be able to play in that position. Yaya could have been an option to play there, but I wanted a bit more pace in the midfield to help us out there. So just over 10 minutes to go. Hopefully going to find ourselves a winner. Otherwise, it will be extra time, sadly. Okay, so it's 1-1 at the end of the first 90 minutes. We've got a little bit of extra time here just to try and get ourselves a win, if we can, in the final 30 minutes of that. You can see, in terms of the shots and shots on target, Dortmund have had the better of the opportunities, and same with possession as well, although we have lowered it since half-time. Still got those three substitutes, which we have made, who have made a little bit of impact, actually. Gundogan against his former club doing quite well so far. Marc Bartra running forward here. Good chance, saved by Edison. Panicked for a second, thought it was just going to find its way past him, but he saves well. Schürrle to deliver a corner. There's been a lot of corners in this game. Got to try and clear this one. Leroy Sané will try. Aubameyang still has it though. Interesting tactic by Dortmund to throw up Marc Bartra as a striker now, yet they're going to leave Emre Mor and Götze back to defend. Strange decision, but I won't complain. Okay, half-time remains 1-1. Let's get on with the second half of extra time. At the moment, we're heading for a penalty shootout. Not something that we really want if we can help it. So many Dortmund players forward, it's ridiculous. What a save again from Edison. He's been incredible for us this season. Really good save again. Another corner for Dortmund. Guerrero going to play it short here to Dembele. Gabriel Jesus has got to stop the cross. He hasn't, and it's wide. Emre Mor getting forward. Still got to defend this. Come on. Oh, just about cleared. No. That is... Oh, no. 118th minute, what the hell has gone on there? Edison drops the ball right in front of them. 2-1, obviously not supposed to do that, and they've scored. 118th minute. If that's the way we're going to lose the Champions League final, that is very frustrating. Not the way that we planned to finish this season. Gabriel Jesus out to Leroy Sané. There's still a little bit of time left, but of course, that feels pretty bad. Cleared. And there's a little bit of time left, but I think we've lost it now. Well, we don't really have any other options now. There's 2 minutes added on time. We're really struggling. We're going to a 2-4-4 formation. Oh, I can't believe that. Just got to focus now on the final couple of minutes. Leroy Sané, Aguero. No one's back. Gundogan. Semedo. Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, no. How has he done that? That's it. We've lost in the Champions League final. Oh, my God. They had barely anybody back as well. I don't know what sort of defending that is from Dortmund, but it's 2-1, they win the Champions League. How have we messed that up? We should have done the treble in today's episode, we haven't, we've only done the double. And that is not the way that I wanted to lose, if I did lose. Ugh, I can't believe that's just happened. It's going to be Bender to lift the trophy. Ugh. Champions League winners, Dortmund. There's always next season. The target was to get into the final. The target was actually, I don't think, to win the Champions League. Obviously disappointed not to have done that since we got all the way to the final. But yeah, you can't win everything. We obviously lost to Ipswich in the EFL Cup, and we've lost to Dortmund in the Champions League final. They played well in the first half in particular. I'm just a bit gutted with the chance that we did have and just didn't take. Samido completely unable to take that final chance. Had to be a goal. Had to be a goal. It was through. Okay, enough of the trophy celebrations. That is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to end things here because we've already gone well over time, and apologies that it is a lot longer than usual. But yeah, we will go on to next season in the next episode. We don't quite have time to finish it in today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that's the end of the season for this episode. We will try and end it properly though next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.